Okay. Okay. The first outline is simply says the anatomy of doubt. Number two, faith is a spiritual currency for entrepreneurs. Four practices to defeat doubt. Okay. Number five. Um, was it four I mentioned instead of five? I write four yesterday. The other, the last four. Okay. 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 So, I would like to do a revision for those that were not here yesterday. I told us the anatomy of doubt is that doubt don't just manifest. Doubt comes through suggestions, okay, in a conversation. So suggestion happens in conversation, either with yourself or with other people. Either you're currently talking with yourself or you're talking to other people. So after you must have dwelled on that, it leads to scenario. It leads to scenario. And that scenario happens in your imagination. It happens in your mind. Imagination. So it happens in your mind. So that scenario is simply when you begin to create mental pictures, because imagination means an image nation, it means a picture nation, it means a movie. I have to be, you need to see the movie of that thing in your mind. So doubt don't just manifest. You start telling yourself, what if I cannot do this? What if I fail? What if I'm embarrassed? What if I don't succeed? What if bad thing happened to me? As you begin to have that conversation, either with someone or with yourself, negative conversations, it leads to negative scenarios. And when that scenario has fully concluded, of course, it leads to what we called what I mentioned yesterday. We missed it yesterday for me. Stronghold. Thank you so much. It leads to what we call stronghold. So at this point in time, you don't cast it out as it's a conclusion of a suggestion in your mind. So when it comes like, what if I am wrong? What if I can fail? What if I could not make it? And you dwell on it. At this point in time, you only cast out demons. At this point in time, you need knowledge. When you are fully grown and you begin to think, clear the drama in your mind. So we discussed yesterday, and we came to the point, and we said that we are going to discuss about faith is a spiritual currency for entrepreneurs. That's where we stopped yesterday. So I would like us to go straight to today's work. So, and if I said about today's class, shall I? Okay, there are a few things I need to establish here. Um, Write it down, very important. Faith is not a form of currency, but a universal currency. Faith is not a form of currency, but a spiritual currency. Faith is not a form of currency, but a spiritual currency. It's not a form, because it's one of the form of currency in our life. It is what you use to purchase things at the spiritual realm, at the realm of imagination. It's what you use to purchase things, bring things into a reality. So it's pull down the unseen things into the seen world. I say faith is not a form of currency, but a spiritual currency. So number one thing you must note here, under faith is a spiritual currency. Just write A. The first thing you need to note there is that faith is what pulled unseen realities. Faith is what pulled unseen realities. Unseen realities. Faith is what pulled unseen realities into the visible world. Faith is what pulled unseen realities into the visible world. That means I can sit down, create an idea in my mind, believe it, and my body take action, and I start to create. So faith is what pulled unseen realities into the visible world. Full stop. Everything that ever exists materially was first purchased spiritually by faith. Everything that exists materially, anything you can touch in this physical world, was first purchased spiritually by faith. So because we believe strongly that this idea will become a reality. So with our legs and our body, our mind responds to it, and when you start the action. So faith, everything that exists materially was first purchased spiritually by faith. Full stop. So I said everything that exists materially, physically, was first purchased spiritually by faith. If I don't believe that this market will be a reality, I will not take action as an entrepreneur. The idea I see in my mind, in fact, the first man that actually created a car has to have faith. But you that have the car is created already, you don't need to have faith to create a car. All you need to do is to find the pattern and of the mechanics. Of course, God, you can do the same thing. So the first thing ever something ever existed, it demands faith because they have to believe that what I'm doing is going to work. So faith, everything that exists materially was first purchased spiritually by faith. Full stop. Faith purchased things in the spiritual world and bring them into the physical world. Faith purchased things in the spiritual world and bring them into the physical world. So if you don't believe that idea, that thought, that concept in your mind, you cannot manifest in the physical world. So faith purchased things in the spiritual world and bring them into the physical world. So everything in the material world existed in the spiritual world before it becomes physical. Everything, including your marriages, and you have to believe that that woman, that man is my, I can stay with him. You have to believe that for you to actually accept in the physical world. So the internet you see, we're in the realm of possibilities and potential in the spiritual world before men could act on it. The telephone, the computer, the car, and name everything you can think about. So the first thing we establish is that faith pulled the unseen realities into the physical world. Number B, under this is a the B now. There's faith is a spiritual currency for entrepreneurs. So as an entrepreneur, you must believe that idea in your mind to act on it. So B is that um um okay okay. The B now is that doubt devalue spiritual currency bracket faith. Doubt devalue. So doubt devalue. What devalue? Devalue. What devalue? Doubt devalue the spiritual currency, which is faith. So doubt is what makes the faith not to be consistent. It makes faith inconsistent, unstable, and weakened with internal conflict. So doubt is the value, spiritual currency, bracket open, faith, bracket closes. So what devalue doubt? What makes spiritual currency have inflation is doubt. Doubt devalue spiritual currency, which is faith, full stop. It makes faith inconsistent, unstable, and weakened by internal conflict. It makes faith inconsistent, unstable, and weakened by internal conflict. It makes faith inconsistent, unstable, and weakened by internal conflict. So when you have the idea in your mind, you start doubt to come in and say, what if you don't succeed with this idea? And it weakens it, it makes it, of course, inconsistent. Today you are saying, I'm a millionaire, tomorrow you say, I'm not even sure. So what makes that faith inconsistent is doubt. So doubt makes faith inconsistent, unstable, and weakened by internal conflict. So it devalue it and makes faith inconsistent. So see, it's not just faith is not just pulling things. For you to put that in, you must cast that doubt. You must not focus on doubt. You have to focus on faith. Because if you focus on doubt, you become weakened, unstable, inconsistent, and weakens your internal through your internal conflict. So the next one now is that doubt is inflation. Doubt is the inflation on your spiritual currency, faith. Doubt is inflation. Doubt is inflation on your spiritual currency, which is what? Faith. So doubt weakens your faith that it cannot buy anything. While certainty increase your faith to buy things now. So why somebody would doubt is that doubt is inflation on your spiritual currency. Doubt is the inflation of your spiritual currency. So inflation means that the bread you bought last year for 2,000 naira, as I did say, is 2,500. So that means the exchange rate of the purchasing power in the marketplace with dollar is inconsistent. Inflation. So that means why people cannot buy things from the spiritual world is because they have doubt. Why they need more of faith? Because there's doubt existing. So they cannot bring their ideas into a reality because they even doubt themselves. They are inconsistent. So that is why doubters struggle to manifest what God promised them. Write it down. That is why doubters struggle to manifest and materialize God's promises for their life, what God promised them. So, not because the promise is weak, because the currency is unstable. Doubters struggle to manifest and materialize what God promised them. Doubters struggle. They struggle to manifest and materialize what God promised them not because the promise is weak, but because the currency is unstable. Doubters struggle to manifest and materialize what God promised them, not because the currency is not because the promise is weak, but because the currency is unstable. So doubters struggle to manifest and materialize what God promised them, not because the promise is weak, but because the currency is unstable, that is, faith is unstable. So when God says, "You are the light of the world, I am with you, greater is it that is in you." So the what if is not with me now? So you are not doubters. What they think is that I mentioned something yesterday. Okay, they believe that. Where did I even put yourself? Really? How did I manage to get this thing? Okay, I've seen it. They believe that they were called, but they act as if they are not qualified. They believe that God is with them, but they act as if they're alone. So they believe, oh, God is with me. But the action is that I'm afraid, oh, I'm afraid. God, are you sure you are with me now? Are you still there? So this is what happened. So doubters struggle to manifest and materialize what God promised them, not because the promise is weak, but because the currency is what? Unstable. Okay, I like this particular one. Like I keep telling you, I'm not a pastor, but definitely we cannot do without not agree on certain things. Hebrews 11 verse Hebrews Hebrews puts it very well. Hebrews 11 verse 3. He says something. He said, by faith we understand that the world will form, the world will frame by words of God. So the things that are seen were made of things which do not appear. So that means what we see was made from the thing that we cannot see. So what brings it to the reality is faith. Everything physical came out of the realm that requires faith to bring it out. So God materialized his intention by faith. And we also materialize our intention, our imagination, our aspiration by faith. And without faith, it is impossible to please God and to materialize our ideas. All things are possible to those that believe. We need faith to materialize our ideas, intention, concept, ideas, innovation, enterprise, health, relationship, marriage, business, investment. We need faith to materialize them. You cannot buy things from the spiritual realm if it's weakened and unstable by doubt. So James puts it very well. In fact, I like the way James put it. James put in James 1, 5 to 8. He made a statement and said, if any of you lack wisdom, that means if you want to buy wisdom, you don't get them, you won't buy them. You should ask God, who gives generosity to all without finding fault, and it will be given unto you. And if you ask, you must believe and not doubt. See, if you want to ask to, no carry doubt come this matter. Because doubt go make it go weaken the currency. That will not make you buy it. But which one of you, but because the one who doubts is like the waves of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. The person should not expect to receive anything. That means you don't expect to receive anything, not something, not half things. They don't expect to anything from the Lord. Such a person is a double-minded and unstable in all his ways. That means the wahala we will get, not because God cannot do it, but because we the fear that we know God is with me, but I'm feeling like I'm alone. You're acting as if you're alone. I know I'm called, but I may not be qualified. You need to define yourself as a sinner. See, solve this problem of sinners. God has already taken the pains already. He has paid the price for your sins already. The one you have done, the one you will do, the one your great grandfather will do. So now, accept it. Just leave the problem of sin now. Focus on what you want, which is righteous. Focus the righteousness in God, because you can't even do this, not because of works of your hand. So it's like a future. Just accept the one way God give you. Enjoy the grace. And now focus on the thing. Stop doubting whether God's with you or not. Stop seeing yourself that you are not qualified. Help me tell them I am qualified. I am qualified for greatness. For greatness. I am qualified. I am qualified for health. For health. I am qualified. I am qualified for strength. For strength. I am qualified. I am qualified to do exploits. To do exploits. I am qualified. I am qualified to make impact. To make impact. To make contribution. To make contribution. To build an enterprise. To build an enterprise. To leave legacy behind. So you are qualified for every good work. So you cannot go into, you're not just want to buy things at the spiritual realm from the heavenly store and you're doubting. What if they will not give it to me? If you lack wisdom, just ask, but don't doubt. That's the problem. Because if you're doubting, you're unstable in all your ways. You're double-minded, but you cannot receive anything from the Lord. So doubt closes the heavens over a man. Write that one down. Doubt closes the heaven over the man. Doubt closes heavens over a man. So waiting they make person no they receive anything because of that, not because that is not available in heavenly store. It's not that it's not available in the spiritual realm. Everything you see in this world, we actually in the spiritual realm. Men purchase them with faith. They strongly believe that thing will be a reality. and they act on it as if that thing is a reality, and the thing became a reality. So the problem is that you are not acting as if you are a millionaire. You are not acting as if you are a strong, healthy person. If you act as if you are that, you will confessing those things. I will show you how to do that in the next outline now, which is 4 practices to defeat doubt. 4 practices. You want to defeat doubt, every negative belief, everything that is not, that the enemy may come in as suggestion, like he did to Eve in the Garden of Eden. He suggested, and then Eve start imagining the thing, and it becomes a stronghold. And at that point, you don't need to cast it out. You need knowledge. You need knowledge to cast out stronghold. You cast it down, you take it down, you disconstruct it, remove it out. That's how it works. So let me show you what 4 practices if you actually want to defeat doubt. And I will write them down, then we can start taking the notes. So I'll clean this one up here so we can write the 4 of them down. Okay, so the first practices you want to do is number 1, visualization. Okay. Number 2, affirmation. I will give you the notes, don't worry. Affirmation. Number 3, declaration. Number 4, preparation. They are the 4 practices that actually defeat doubt. So, but it do not make sense if I don't give you the notes. It will make a lot of sense when I give you the notes. So, okay. So, before we write the 4 of them, write it down your notes. Practice this 4 discipline consistently, and you will crush doubt and restore alignment with your God, with your Maker, as an entrepreneur. So, if you practice this 4 discipline consistently, you will crush doubt and restore alignment. That's how it works. So, the first one here is visualization. So, you want to actually crush doubt, you must visualize. And what does it mean? It means you need a new mental movie. New mental movie, or new positive mental movie. Let's put positive. New positive mental movie. So you need to sit down and see yourself. The way I put on my notes is that, okay, new mental movie. See, full stop. See yourself. 1, becoming. See yourself becoming in your mind whatever you want to become. Number 2, see yourself building. See yourself building in your mind. Create a movie. Number 3, see yourself doing. See yourself doing. Number 4, see yourself receiving. So see your eyes. You must create a mental movie, a positive mental movie, to see yourself becoming, building, doing, and receiving. So you must sit down. Okay, so you must sit down to see yourself. Close your eyes. See yourself becoming a good father, a good mother, entrepreneur. See yourself. You must sit down. That is visualization. Use your mind. You need a thinking chair to sit down to create a movie in your mind. See yourself doing OPP, doing, of course, what they call it, HGS for 5 people every day. See yourself starting the distributor, right? See yourself having leaders. See yourself. You must see yourself teaching people. See yourself teaching millions of people, impacting world, owning factory. You must create yourself. See yourself becoming a good entrepreneur, influencer, a good man, a good woman, a business person. You must see yourself becoming. What do you want to be? See yourself in that your Mercedes Benz, in your Rolls Royce, in your Ferrari. See yourself becoming that person. See yourself building a system. See yourself doing something. See yourself receiving. So you must create a movie in your mind. Watch it yourself. Watch yourself winning. Write it down. Create a movie in your mind and watch yourself winning in your mind. Create a movie in your mind. Watch yourself winning, succeeding, excelling. Create a movie in your mind and watch yourself winning, succeeding, excelling, prospering, and make it habitual. Create a movie in your mind. I will not do it for you. You will not do it for me. I must create a movie in my mind and watch myself winning, succeeding, excelling, prospering, and make it habitual. Name it. ETC. Make it habitual. Make it a habit. The only way you can make a habit is that it must be a ritual, like a routine. Maybe early in the morning or in the night before you go to bed, before you watch yourself, play that movie again. So create a movie in your mind and watch yourself winning, succeeding, exceeding, prospering, etc. Make it habitual. So see yourself having legacy, see yourself having lighting. So think, see, act as if you're those athletes that win 100 meters race, football match. They always see themselves, they think of themselves, they see themselves in their mind playing the football, winning the match. So now in your mind, you have to play to win in your mind, not to participate. Write it down. In my mind, I must play to win and not to participate. So anybody that refuses to visualize can never defeat doubt. If you don't visualize in your mind, see yourself playing to win and not to participate. So form it, make it a habit of creating a positive mental picture about yourself. Winning in your mind. You must always win in your mind. So how do you do that? You must visualize. How do you visualize? Write down what you want on paper before you close your eyes. That vision you wrote this year, carry down that 28 million, that 30 million. See yourself having that money. See yourself use the money to what you want to do. Pay tithe, do charity, buy car, buy land, be company, do investment. You must always close your eyes to see yourself succeeding. If you don't see yourself succeeding in your eyes, no matter what you do in the physical, it will be a conflict. Because the only way to defeat doubt, number one way to defeat doubt, is to visualize. So that movie, you will create it. Tell your neighbor, I must create movies in my mind and watch myself winning, succeeding, excelling, prospering in everything I do. You can see yourself succeeding in business, okay, no matter the challenges in the real life, it will not even matter. It don't even concern you. Because challenges will come. Conflict, some people will sabotage, people will laugh at you. But you don't see yourself winning in your mind, no matter what I do, no matter what somebody do. Like the pastors in this life lay hands and lay legs on you. When you leave that place, you say that I'm just doing it. Forget about them. They whine me. You know, all this thing. You don't say I know it, because the real conflict is internal. It's you talking with yourself, telling yourself that you're not doubting that God cannot do it. You don't doubt God's ability. Doubters don't doubt God's ability or God's power. They're doubting God's willingness for them. They say, hey, he's doing it for them, not people like us. So they know that they're called, but I'm not qualified. You know, we poor masses, we poor people, nobody is helping us. You know, they always see themselves like a victim instead of victor. Say, I'm a victor.
I'm a victor.
Say, I'm a success.
I'm a success.
So you must create in your mind to see yourself becoming everything God destined you to be. Create a movie in your own mind and see yourself winning. Repeat that statement again. I must create a movie in my mind and watch myself and see myself winning. This is the secret how I became top 16. I just went to Lagos for our anniversary. I came to the company 2015. So they did an anniversary that 2015 at Lagos. So I attended the program at Ikeja. And I saw people celebrated on stage. Let's welcome the top 20 earners in the whole Nigeria. They're calling from 2019. People were just shouting, they were celebrating the winners. So I just snap picture. I close my eyes, picture the thing, and then I say I'll be on the stage the next day. So every time I always watch myself being among the top 20. I start telling my friends when they're going back to Lagos next year, I'll be among the top 20. They start laughing at me because I keep playing the movie. And they wake up in the morning, I can see the stage very clear. Even now, as I close my eyes, I will see the stage very clear, and I will see myself on the stage. People carry me among the top 20, and I do that morning and night. As I wake up in the morning after my morning devotion, I picture that, I play that movie again in my mind. When I see what I'm doing, if I go to bed, I play that movie in my mind. Guess what happened? 2016, as we go back to Lagos, they started calling top 20, top 19, top 18, top 17. Next thing I hear, top 16, and I often Bokudun. What happened? I remove it in my mind. So I now see myself being among the top 5. I told my friends I'm going to be among the top 5. I keep playing the movie in my mind. Once I wake up in the morning, I can play the movie in my mind. I come and I begin to visualize myself being among the top 5. I'll be sweating as if I'm in that event already. I'm sweating as if the event is happening in my mind already, because in my mind I'm among the top 5. Guess what happened? When we went back again, that was top 2017. That was actually top 20, top 19 till they get to top 5. They get down here top 4 of fun Bokudum, because it was in my mind. Now I walk up to my mentor as I came down from the stage. I walk up to my mentor. Namdi Nachuku was in Nigeria at that time, so he was the guy I was looking up to at that time in my life. And he was a top 1. He was made him Hall of Fame. I mean, as a Hall of Famer in Africa, the first Hall of Fame. So that means the next day he can no longer compete as Hall of Fame. Someone else has to be the top 1. So I walk up and say, mentor, I will be the top 1. And I just see myself every time in the morning I wake up. I see myself as the one that they are going to call you back. They're going to call top one. I'll be the one they'll be lifting on the stage. I keep watching the movie every morning and night. Every morning and night. Guess what happened? When we went back to 2018, and I started getting the top 20. When you get to top one, who do you think they will call? Ofonbo, Ubokudo. So the fact is this: before I bought my first car, Highlander G, I always see myself in Highlander G. That is why anywhere I'm passing, that's very Highlander G, I must stop. If I'm saying I must stop, enter the car stand. I say, please, I like this car. Open the bonnet, put battery, Oga, put buy on my Oga, I go buy them. They will start, say, Oga, on AC, I'm not a drive car. This and that, I'm not a drive car. The guy will not enter the driver's seat on, sit down, hold the steering. I'm imagining myself in the car. I say, Oga, on AC. As the AC touch, I will say, ooh la la. Guess what happened? What is my first car? Highlander Jeep. And so it happened when I wanted to buy Mercedes Benz. I just, because right from a child, I just love Mercedes. I don't know why. The fizzy, the swag, everything about Mercedes Benz, the dashboard, they make my belly the sweet. So what happened? I keep playing the movie in my mind inside Mercedes Benz. So what happened to me is that what will happen very soon? Mercedes Benz was already in my hand. I told you I bought a land close to Oba Sports Stadium at Ifatai. As you are entering, before the land you see before Oba Sports Stadium, I bought the first one, bought the second one, fence it, go get survey, get everything, get the building plan approved by the government. We molded the blocks to build the story into the all the blocks was on ground. But one day when they want to go and dig the foundation, I just sat down. I told my wife, see, oh, I'm not like this neighborhood. Oh. I cannot be living here now. I need to be in a housing or someone on shelter fence. I beg more than not take the ground first. Hold on. Every evening, as I'm closing for office, I will drive to Shelter Africa. I'll move around. I'll be imagining myself living in the estate. I'll imagine myself owning the street. No, if you go to Shelter, almost all the streets are unnamed. I imagine myself owning the street in Shelter. Guess what happened? One day, if you come to block 4, they name all the streets. Only that my street will remain. Only that one will remain. At the end, I say, this street get name. They say no. You should have about 1,100 square meters. I say, I'll go buy like 3 plots on. I say, I'm going to pay now. I'm going to go to government, go to secretariat, apply, give the village cow, everything. I did everything, grade the road. Now, so I carry get street for Shelter Africa. Every other. So, this thing is visualization. No matter where you are, visualize yourself like Daniel did. That lion will not eat him. Did he eat him?
Did not.
Visualize yourself like Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. The fire will not burn him. Did he burn them?
Did not.
In fact, what you cannot see in your mind, your hand cannot have it. So the problem is not the hand. It's not the emptiness of hand. That the poverty starts in the mind, settles in the hand, the pocket. What starts in the mind? So until the man is mentally emancipated, until the man, how did I ever get to that realm of my life? It was in my final year in school. Someone handed over me a book called Think and Grow Rich. The Think and Grow Rich started doing something in my mind. After that one, as if God just want to help my life. My star was in University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Enugu campus, UNEC. So I asked a coursemate to go. The guy is a medical doctor now. He's in Lagos, Abuja. So I used to go to that unit to see Ugo. So I saw Ugo reading one book called The Secret. No, Secret. I picked it from Ugo's table. I can still remember the picture at UNEC, the male hostel. I remember that day I went to that place. I see that book, Secret. I borrowed the book from him. I went back. I was staying at back of a national library that time at Independence Layout in Enugu. So I went back and started reading that book. That book, that Secret, changed everything about my mind. It's about mental picture. Tell me mental picture. So create a positive mental movie. Tell me movie. Watch it. See yourself do what? Becoming. Doing what? Building. Doing what? Doing what? Receiving. Watch the movie morning and night. Something has happened. Now do the most powerful ingredient in killing doubt. Pata pata. If this one no kill him, this one will kill him. This one no kill him, this one will bury him. Pata pata. But let's just do this one. This one then go dig the grave. Tell affirmation. Now write on your note. Affirmation is identity reprogramming. Affirmation is what? Identity reprogramming. So how do you reprogram yourself? You must affirm. Affirmation is identity reprogramming. So I'm using daily words like number 1, I am statement. I am statement. That means I am strong, I'm healthy. Using the word number 2, I can statement. I can do it, I can succeed, I can statement. I am, I can, and I will. I will statement. I will statement. So as you visualize, you say, whatever you want. I tell them, I am among the top 20. I am among the top 5. I'm among the top 1. I'm the top 1. I am. I am. I am must be positive statement attached to it. I am, and I can do it, and I will do it. This was what the statement in my life. That people that get around me, some of them, they get uncomfortable because I always say this. I have a big dreams that if you come close to me, it looks overwhelming because it looks impossible. You know, it looks like it's not possible. But I understood that if I must do it, I must use a daily affirmation statement of I am, I can, and I will. This reinforces my identity, authority, and capacity. I am, I can, and I will reinforce my identity, authority, and capacity. I am, I can, and I will reinforce my identity, authority, and capacity. Full stop. So, in building legacy, organization, enterprise, businesses, marriages, investment, we don't play to participate, we play to win because that is what is required from us in this time of our life. So, you write it down your note. In building businesses, marriages, investment, company, enterprise, legacy, in building anything significant. In building legacy, marriages, enterprise, investment, businesses, organization, in building anything significant, we don't play to participate, we play to win. We don't just play to participate, we play to win because that is what is required from us at this point in time of our life. In building businesses, enterprise, organization, in building marriages, business, investment, legacy, we don't play to participate, we play to win. So because I did not come to the industry to participate, I came to make a statement. I came to create legacy. I came to win. I came to be the largest organization in the industry in the whole wide world. That's why we're using a strategy. We have a mastermind strategy, which will be work on your front lines only, and they work on their front lines. Even if 5x5, 6x6, anyone that's okay with you, adopt. So we don't come to play. I don't come marriage, come play to participate. I came to win in marriage. I came to start and finish well. I don't come play to divorce. Divorce is not an option. So either it work or it works. So it doesn't matter the circumstance or challenges. I don't go anywhere to participate. I already know this. That's why anywhere I go, I might just be observing. But I know I will be the head. I know anything I know that there's no plan for me to become the king, the president. I don't stay. If I go to a place, when I joined the youth church, this happened all in my final year. When I joined the Redeemed Church, I just, after reading those books, I started applying them in my life, in my final year exams. Everything started working for me. And when I went to church, I just looked at the church. I said, okay, I'll join the youth department. I know I'll become the president of the youth before I went for youth service. That's what happened. It's just a matter of time. The next youth president went for service and they needed to do it. It was me. When I served, I knew I joined from the school department. I knew I will become the leader of this Sunday school. I told my pastor, see, I will become the leader of this Sunday school. He thought I was joking. What will happen was that something happened, they transfer this on the school head, and the other person, it was me. So anywhere I go, I just know that I don't play to participate, I play to win. I don't just go, I can come and observe and what things happen. And what the possibility of me becoming a leader, a governor, a president, I will just start working towards it. Because I know I can, I know I am, I know I can, I know I will. So I will do whatever it takes. That's how it works. So in this life, you don't come to play to business organization to participate. I will never participate. I must win. That's how it works. You don't come to marriage and say, I want to participate. No. Either that marriage will work or it will work. No option. You don't come to me and say, watch people succeed. No. Either you succeed or you succeed. Say, either I succeed or I succeed. Write this bold statement. You have not written it in today. Write this one. You will tell me thank you. Affirmation is affirmation is a method of programming your identity. Affirmation is a method of programming your identity with I am, I can, and I will statements. Affirmation is a method of programming your identity with I am, I can, and I will statements. So write those statements. I am this, I am a successful entrepreneur, I can do it, and I will do it. Affirmation is a method of reprogramming your identity with I am, I can, and I will statements. Why must you say that? Romans 10:10. I like the scripture very well. Romans 10:10. He says something very important. He says, for with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, with the mouth man's confession is made unto salvation. That means I told you something happened. Watch this very well. Everything is created at the point of visualization. To not create. That's a mental arrangement of events in a sequential order of activities to perform to give a desired outcome. Then everything takes form. Turn on form with your mouth, because with affirmation now you're using your mouth. Turn your mouth. This one happens in the mind. Turn on mind. This will happen with your mouth. Turn your mouth. So whatever your mind creates, your man confess. Genesis 1 verse 27. Genesis 1:27. God says, let us create man. Turn not create. And then he said it with his mouth. Turn your mouth. What happened? That it's not just stop at affirming with a can. Something has happened in the mouth. That is declaration. Turn declaration. And I will gather close my eyes. So declaration, write it down. Speak your word into being. Speak your word into being. Declaration is something very interesting. Speaking your word into being. Speaking your word into being. Declaration. Speaking your word into being. So declaration is, I call it, predict your future speech. Predict your future speech. Your future speech. Your future speech. So it's a speech of your future. A bracket to put prophetic. So you can prophesy into your speech. So that is called declaration. And how does it happen? I'm going to share with you. So it's when a man declares something, is predicting his future. That means that future you want, that future you predict, you must use your mouth to see it. So write it down. Declaration is when you speak into your future, announce the outcome, and prophesy your own destiny. Declaration is when you speak your future. As you speak the future, as if the future is here. That is declaration. That is a prophetic. They are prophesying to your future. Declaration is when you speak your future into being, announce the outcomes you expect, and prophesy your own destiny. So you can do that. This thing happen. Declaration when you speak, that you predict a future, you talk as if it happen now, so it don't happen. Speak your future into being, announce the outcome you expect, and prophesy on your own destiny. So don't just affirm with the I am, I can statement. That some statement you have to say it as if that thing don't happen. That is declaration. It's a prophetic speech. It's called a predict of the future. That means a predicted future you expect, you speak into that. I received my 3 children, I received my 2 children. I have it now, and see this happen now. You start calling their names, you have their names in mind. Say Okon, Asukwo, Edith, Edidion, Etam, whatever you want to call. Joy, peace, gold, whatever you want to call. Declaration is when you speak your future into being, announce the outcomes you expect, and prophesy your own destiny. This is what David did exactly when he sings his Psalms, and because David declared and sings the battle songs against his enemy, that God is with him, and God is for him, and God surrounds him. He was declaring. Declaration makes prophecy and predicts your future possible. Predict that your future, that you're healthy, you're happier, you're strong, that you're a leader in any way you find yourself, that you're a seed of greatness. Listen to songs, messages, attend events that inspire you to declare your future. So declaration is a prophetic speech. So now these are just the level of I can, I am, I can, and will, to saying the thing as that is not as if it is. Once a man understood this philosophy, that for me to kill doubt, I must actually create a mental picture and use my mouth to both do what? Affirm and what? Declare. Now declaration, I know, thank you, my time is up. So I don't know what to do, but we have to. Jesus Christ. Okay. I can't even do the last one. Because if I go here now, it will lead me to do get to casting down. So let's just stop at tomorrow. We'll do the preparation, because this is what I always tell people. See, this is when the thing manifests. Yeah, manifests at preparation. This happens in your hand. Turn your hand. This happens in your mind. This happens in your mouth. This happens in your hand. When God told man, God created man in his mind in Genesis 1 verse 27. And that is when God created man in our image and likeness. And he came to Genesis 2 verse 7 and formed man out of the dust. So the day he created man is a different day he formed man. So as an entrepreneur, you are supposed to do the same thing. Any product you have in your mind that can solve a problem, I put it pen. Turn on pen. I put that pen. So any problem, any solution. Pen means this one is for problems. Turn on problems. This for aspiration. Turn on aspiration. This was for issues. Turn on issues. This is for need. Turn on needs. So every problem needs a solution. Turn on solution. Every aspiration needs to do what? Achieve. Turn on achieve. Every issue needs to be solved. Turn on solved. Every need needs to be met. Turn on met. And what are problems? What people are complaining about? Turn on complain. What about achieve? What people want? What people are? What they need to do? What? Their desires. Turn on desires. What are issues? What they do? What? What is cause? This is complaint. This one is what they do. What? Survive. No, survive is need. Survive is need. They need to survive with need. So I missed this one. What people do what? Blame. No, what? No, not blame. This is complain and blame. Um, um, eh? This is my people, wonderful people. Issues. Every issues is what? Eh? Yes. What people are struggling with. So when you begin to find what people are complaining, what people desire, what people are struggling with, what people need solution, what people what people need to survive, tell us survive.
Survive.
You know those things you have in your mind. Create a movie of being a solution. Say solution.
Solution.
Can help people achieve, then achieve. Help
Achieve.
people solve their problem, then solve. Help
Solve.
people meet their need, then meet their need.
Media.
So once you can create this thing, put a movie in your mind, say to people, okay, forget about the other one. And I'll show you what happened tomorrow. That the secret why many entrepreneurs, for both are like, oh, we already know that we're not where we want to be yet, but we are not where we used to be. And we know that we are so confident in the process of our transformation. We are so confident that what we are doing will never give us result because it's not just a one-time thing. It works in everything. It's a knowledge that it gives you confidence in the midst of darkness. You know that gives you confidence that there's a light that will happen in the tunnel. It's a confidence that gives us that no matter how dark the night is, it will surely break. With the confidence that you know, no matter how you plant the seed in the dark, it will not matter the time the seed will germinate and grow and become a tree and bear fruit. That's how confident it is. That no matter how many years the Chinese bamboo tree is on the ground for 5 years, once it starts germinating, become unstoppable. It's not unstoppable
Unstoppable.
because we understood how things are being created. Because when God is telling you about Himself, God is telling you about yourself. What God you can do because you are an image and likeness of God. So today, I want to stop here with these few points of mine. I believe I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that you can create your life, attain it, and declare your life into being. So thank you so much. So online community, please don't get involved in a business without a mentor. Professional advice. If you like, you take it, like you throw it away. But the advice is that he that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. Have a wonderful day. Shalom. That's the best we can take for today. So